What's up, everyone? Today I want to do a little upgrade in my life. I haven't upgraded my bow, my hunting bow, since the V3X. I love the V3X, best shooting Mathews hunting wise, hunting bow wise I've personally ever shot. I love the way it held, I love the draw cycle on it. Everything about it I just absolutely love. Today I went out to my local archery shop, which is about an hour away, a little over an hour away. Michigan Archery here in Indiana. Right on the Indiana, it's in South Bend, Indiana. Great shop, best shop around. Love the guys there. They will take care of anybody who goes in there. But regardless, I went in and they happened to have just about everything I needed to upgrade my bow. This is the Mathews Arc 34. It is in earth. I almost did the Kodiak Brown, but I didn't want to do the Kodiak Brown because everybody and their mom, their grandma, their aunts, their uncles, cousins, children, and beyond are buying that color. Literally everybody on the line is going to be shooting a Kodiak Brown Mathews Arc. And I don't like that. I like to be a little different than everyone. I know the Earth was very popular when the the Lift X came out. So, and I already had some stuff that kind of matched, so I decided to go with the Earth. It's a great color. The Kodiak Brown is nice as well, but again, everybody's going to be shooting it. So I went out, got the 34, 70 pounds, 80% let off, but I just got the straight 15-inch. For the front, and I got a 12-inch for the rear, and I will be shooting the Hamskea Epsilon V2, and I will be also shooting the UltraView Mathews Edition slider, and obviously I needed the back bar mount for the stabs. Now, I don't know what size Hamskea Raptor Peep I'm going to run. I got a 3/16 here, and I got a 7/32. I like the 3/16, but in some lighting they need a little bigger peep, so I might honestly just go with the 7/32. And I got the matching Dune, I believe it's Dune, Dune color wheel. It does match, right? Yeah, it does match the Earth for the slider. And I'm going to be using my old UV2 grip, because I absolutely hate the Mathews grips, and I got a few extra weights for the stabs for the back bar. But we're gonna go ahead and jump into this. I'm gonna go ahead and start setting it up now. Probably the best draw cycle in a Mathews so far. I really like the AVS cams off like the V3X Phase 4 and all that. Those are my favorite cams, the favorite cam setup. Until I got into this, dude. I wasn't even sure if I was gonna upgrade, but as soon as I drew it back and shot it, I knew I had to upgrade. Super light. The way it sits right now, it is 4.5 pounds. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start setting up the stabilizers. Just start throwing stuff together pretty much. Like I said, I got the 15-inch straight front bar. Got the little knob for the front bar. Yeah, 15-inch front hunting bar, same earth brown. I am going to leave the 2 ounces in the front. I do usually run 2 in the front and like 5 or 6 in the back. We'll see. And then obviously for the bridge lock bars, you need the bridge lock back bar mount, which is another $200 or something crazy like that. Luckily they hooked me up because, dude, it's getting expensive to get to flagship hunting bows anymore, like for real. This is not the integrate. I don't even think it fits. Yeah, it doesn't fit. It doesn't even come close to fitting. Just FYI, for people who think they can get away with it, they cannot. They have the old bridge lock back bar mount. They need to upgrade to the integrate one if they want to run it integrated. I personally do not care. It's literally no different for me than to run it integrate than it is to run it off the back of the riser like I always have. That, and then you need the washer. I love how they cram all this crap in this foam like that. Like I said, I'm running off the back of the riser. I don't care. I'm not paying another 60 bucks or whatever it is for freaking really move it forward a quarter of an inch. If I ever wanted to upgrade, I can. And honestly, I don't think I ever will. What is that? Should be 1/4 inch Allen head. And for your back bar mounts, you want to tighten the hello out of them so they don't move. Which is 1/4 inch, and I need a wing nut. I'm excited. I haven't, like I said, I haven't upgraded my bow since literally the V3X. I went V3X 29 to V3X 33, even though I went to go shoot the Phase 4. I kind of wanted to upgrade then to the Phase 4, but that's right when the Lift first came out, not the Lift X. And I shot the Phase 4 and the Lift, and I ended up getting the V3X 33. So I traded in my V3X 29 for the 33 after shooting the newer bows. There's just something about that V3X that I absolutely love, man. Absolutely love it. But this time, with this draw cycle and everything going on with it, I love it. I love this art, dude. Absolutely love it. So it was definitely time to, well, not definitely time to upgrade, but I wanted to upgrade this time. We got 12 inch for the back bar. This, I don't know if I'm gonna run it as a 10 or what yet. I'm still indecisive about that. I usually run a 10-inch back bar. 12 is kind of long, so I might run it in a little bit. I don't know yet. Like I said, I'm gonna play around with it. I am a tree stand hunter. I don't really hunt out of blinds or anything like that. I do, but only if it's freezing cold and I need to. Keep a buddy heater in there with me. Other than that, it's not what I do. It's got a front bar, back bar, and now I'm going to throw on my sights. So we got the Mathews Genuine Ultra View UV slider. Mathews edition. Ultra View slider. Sight tape already, or the dealy deal already on it. And then again, I said I wanted the 3 pins to be green. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that. The middle one is so bright it looks yellow, but it's definitely green. You can see it there. Green, green, green. But the 2 outside pins, they're so dim compared to the center pin. But yeah, that's that. We got the rail, and we got, it's got all the green indicators on it, yardage indicators. I love the bridge lock, I really do. The bridge lock is honestly the cleanest integrated system ever. It's so nice. I don't like the pick rail mount. I don't like any of that. I love the bridge lock stuff. I do. And of course you got your little set screw for the sight. I just need to find my Allen wrenches that I swear are around here somewhere. In the drawer where they belong. And these are nice because it's one adjustment. There's no multiple adjustments where you can run it in further or out or further. Slam it in and go. Closer you get that sight to your riser, the more distance you're gonna get for yardage wise. Make sure it's in there. No. Tighten it down. And then of course we've got the Mathews Low Pro one piece. Also in earth. Too matchy. Then I'll show you something cool. Those of you tree stand hunters that like to hang your quiver from the tree next to you. I have a pre-cut, there it is, pre-cut D-loop. Whatever color, it's got to be, got a tape somewhere here. It's got to be 8.5 inches long, 8 to 8.5 inches long. But what you do is you take your D-loop, you go on around like so, then you come back through the hole on this side like so, and then you come back through the hole on this side just like that. I don't know if you see what's going on there. And you pull that up just like so, and then you got your burnt ends just like you would do a regular D-loop. Then you just tie a little square knot. So you got both burnt ends, do left over right, cross it, do your half hitch, just like you're tying your shoes. And you take your right now and go over your left. Those of you that know how to tie a square knot. And then just go back through, do your little half hitch granny knot. And then start pulling it tight until them burnt ends start seating on the hitch. And then really just tighten it down. Tighten it down as tight as you can. And now you hang it anywhere. You hang it in a tree next to you, just like that. You don't gotta buy no stupid little special crap that they sell on eBay. All you need is 8.5 inches of D-loop material. Bam. You can literally hang it anywhere. But okay, we got that done. We got all of our hardware to mount the quiver. Again, another genius Mathews design with the Low Pro quiver. I believe these screws are, yep, they are, I don't even know what size it is. Oh, a 13 or 3/16 screw, or Allen wrench. But yeah, 3/16 screw. This I usually put Loctite on, but I'm not going to because it's a pain in the ass if you ever got to take it off. Just tighten it down enough so it doesn't come out. Bam. On the bottom, same thing. Take your screw, washer. And there's a certain way you put this on there where you can adjust it so your quiver slips in and out right. And I lost my Allen wrenches again. And this, I just kind of leave it a little bit loose. That way you can take your quiver, Slide it on the top, just like you're locking it down. You slide that in there. Lock it down, and then tighten it up. And then tighten it up, and then kind of just work the wrench back until you feel it slip a little bit, just like that. Bam. Oh yeah. Slides in and out, in and out, in and out. Perfect. And it locks down perfect. Awesome. Pretty much set up now. Now all I gotta do is put in my, I'm gonna put in my Peep sight and put on my D-loop, and I'm pretty much done other than tuning. So we'll go ahead and do that now. I'm gonna throw in my Peep sight now, and then yeah. I know I still gotta put on my rest and my cord and all that for the ham ski. I'm gonna go ahead and get my Peep sight in and whatnot. Should have took a measurement, but I didn't. For now, I'm gonna go ahead and stick with the 3/16 Raptor Peep. And then I do have the 7/32 or whatever it is, just in case I want to swap it, but I'm not gonna tie it in yet. I still gotta put a D-loop on, find out exactly where it's going, and once I figure that out, I'll pull that D-loop off. I'll put in some soft knocks, or soft knots, knocking points. Yeah, like I was saying, I'm gonna run these strings, the stock match strings, for a while. Hopefully they're better than what they had on like their original match strings, that when they first started making switch from zebra to match, because the ones that were on the original titles, the first gen titles, they were trash, dude. I was constantly having issues with my timing coming out. The string stretched beyond like repair. Like I couldn't put any more twists in them to get everything back in spec with my ATA and brace height and all that. And it was just a constant battle trying to figure out my timing, like literally all the time. Within a certain amount of targets, I would have to rip it all apart, and not rip it all apart, but throw it in a press and put twists in my cable to get my timing correct again. But I am gonna go ahead and throw on my rest real quick, because I'd like to get a rest on it. That way when I draw it back, I can actually use an arrow and not accidentally dry fire it. Yeah, anyways, Epsilon V2, get out. I love these Mathews edition because you literally just throw it on the bow and go. You don't really have to move it all that much, if you do at all. Everything's set to center shot for Mathews when you get this Mathews edition, which is pretty dope. Go ahead and throw this on. Tighten it down pretty good. What I'll do is I'll just take end, unravel it, and the bottom. They got the little hamsky pad that they give you. I believe you got to cut it in half. I like to set up my cord, activation cord, probably about 1.5 inches, 2 inches from the axle, probably about an inch and a half. Let's put that right on the side. So this is what that'll look like. You got your little pad on each side of the RPD right here. And then take your, I don't know, this is probably about 16 inches of D-loop material. I'm gonna fray out one end. Now I'm gonna burn it just like I would a D-loop. That way it doesn't come through the half hitch or the, I don't know what kind of knot that is, whatever D-loop knot. Fray it out like so. Take your lighter, do a little burny burn. You want to get that flat. Let it cool for a second. And I always go to the inside, like so. Told you this is not a tutorial. And what I will do is I will tie it just like I do a D-loop. One side of a D-loop. Take some slack out of that. Over, under, a little bit more slack. Over, under, through, and back through itself. And then you got like a nice little, you can tighten that hitch down. That ain't going nowhere. And then it's nice and loose. And literally just like a slip knot. Tighten it down. So it's on the inside of the limb. That way the cord doesn't interfere. And then you want to take your little dampener and get it all the way down as far as you can. I like to get it about, I don't know, about ½ inch away or so from the limb itself. Honestly, I don't like my cord being too long. I know some people leave it long, like they're gonna have extra D-loop material in the field. I would never do that personally, because I would just carry D-loop with me or in my truck. I don't see the whole point of that. And then the V2's got that little cord clamp built into it right here. Even though I do like the Easy Glide better, which I wish I had the actual bracket or the little piece so I can use the Easy Glide. Easy Glide is just better in my opinion. It's easier to mess with. You ain't got, you know, another screw if it ever comes loose in the field or whatever. You have to make sure you carry Allen wrenches so you can get it back tight. Like so. Start snugging it down a little bit. Get it nice and tight. Pull that cord tight. I know I'm gonna have to stretch it a little more because that D-loop's gonna break in, or it's not gonna break in, but it'll stretch a little bit. Honestly, you can sit there and yank on it if you really wanted to and then pull it tight. I'll just shoot it a few times, let it settle that way. So now what I'm gonna do, this is what I do personally. I got to loosen, gotta bring my rest up. And from here, I will tie in a temporary D-loop. I will tie a temp D-loop. I'll get my arrow level and all that stuff. And then from there, I will set my peep sight, and then I'll take that D-loop back off and then set my soft knocks and all that. But I will mark everything where my arrow is supposed to go, get all that level. So from here I'll put my string level on. Straight, and then got my arrow level. I'm still running the Victory VAP Elites, my favorite arrow. I know there's a lot more arrows out there now, nor do I care. I don't like to switch stuff up a lot, especially when I have a lot of faith in it. So bring my arrow down, down, right there. Everything is dead center, dead center. Both levels are dead center, so I will tie a temporary soft knot. I will tie this temp soft knot. Just like so. Take that off. I don't care for the stuff that he does, honestly. Again, this is all temporary. Now I will take a piece of D-loop, about 4 or 5 inches or so. Fray that out. And the temp D-loop and stuff is cool because you find out where your peep sight is supposed to go, and then if you have to make any twists in your strings or anything, you set all that stuff up so your peep sight is straight, and you cut all your D-loop stuff off, and then get everything, you know, put on nice and straight so everything pulls back together and straight. So you're not twisting D-loops and just moving stuff around that shouldn't be moved around. I'm just very meticulous like that, I guess. I have a lot of people come to me to set up their bows. And man, can't wait to shoot this thing, get it all dialed in. It's exciting getting a new bow. I don't really upgrade my hunting bows like I do my target bows. I just really don't see the point of upgrading a hunting bow every year like other people do. I know having new is cool and all, but once I get comfortable with something, I get comfortable with it, and I tend to keep it for a while. Because don't fix what ain't broke. Let that cool for a second. Setting up a bow is so nice if you're so organized. You put stuff back where it belongs. Usually I don't, but I've been trying. Again, temporary D-loop. Still want to tighten it so we don't have any mishaps. So, and then we'll draw it, get our peep squared away. That's all set, that's set. Now, take an arrow. My D-loop is not tied in, so I'm not going to fire it. I will let down like an adult. All I need is a release. That part's on loose still. So this is just to set my peep sight real quick. is high. This might work out perfect, honestly. Where my Peep's supposed to be, keep it back, so without having to put a bunch of twists. Still high. I'm gonna have to take a twist out. That's alright. Maybe. Should be about perfect. Honestly, that's perfect right there. So now we'll tie the D-loop in, and then we'll take that half a twist, maybe full twist out, and then hopefully that's good. That's all I have to do, and then check my timing, tie in my D-loop, my soft knots and all that stuff, and start shooting through paper. Alright, so from there I had to take full twist out. I had to move my Peep down just a little bit more. Originally I took out a half twist, it was good, but I noticed my Peep side is still high, so I had to take it down a little bit more and take another half twist out. Now it's good. Everything's centered, so now I'm going to go ahead and tie in my Peep set real quick. I'll tie that in, and then from there I will redo my soft knots and my D-loop. First part about black strings is getting the black dye. If you're trying to use like a lighter color, the black dye from the string gets all over your serving and stuff, so it is what it is. Now from here, I will let's get my arrow back in there so I keep my center shot. Tie my top soft knot in, maybe. For this, I like to use a little softer material. I want to say I use 3D for my soft knots and Power Grip for everything else. The 3D is stiffer but not too soft of a material, so it does have some kind of give still, but it's not like Power Grip where it's like freaking steel cable. But I like the Power Grip for everything else, like tying in my Peep sights and all that stuff. This I just found be a little bit more forgiving for soft knots, but not too forgiving. Bunch of overhand knots. Finish it off with a reverse overhand square knot. Hold temporary knot. Get rid of that. Now I will set my soft knot gap with that. You want to give yourself like a serving's width gap on a bigger axle to axle bow like this. You don't need much, you really don't. Just a little bit of tiny play, like literally like a serving's width gap. Perfect. Crazy how much serving and D-loop material you waste just building one bow. I need to like start measuring stuff out so I don't waste so much crap. Because how expensive everything is getting, dude, it's getting crazy. Anyways, I don't know if you can see that on my finger. That's all the dye and stuff from your servings and your strings and stuff. It's gross, especially the darker colors like black. It's terrible. Now I'm going to go wash all that stuff off my hands so I don't blacken up my yellow D-loop material. Okay, so now got that all squared away. I'll tie in my legit D-loop. Use about 5 inches. I don't measure my D-loop material either. Yeah, I know how long it's supposed to be with my pliers. I usually run about a 3/4 inch D-loop. I like my D-loops long because they just have more give and twist. The shorter your D-loop, the more strain you're putting on your string. FYI, that is like a proven fact. So the longer your D-loop, the more flex it's got, the more you can twist it without inducing any kind of movement in your string or twist in your string. So 3/4 is ideal for me. I don't know if a lot of people do this, but I like to run fluorescent yellow for the fact that in low light conditions, or gray light conditions, when you're getting in your stand early in the morning, it's so much easier to find your knocking point to just throw an arrow in, as opposed to using like a black D-loop and it just doesn't stick out like fluorescent yellow or orange does early in the morning. Early in the morning, rising to my feet, let me up the cigarette. I'll strap your shoulders on my feet. A lot of people don't work on their bows themselves. I think it's crazy. I think a lot of you guys that don't work on your own equipment, just do it. Go out and buy a press and stuff and do it. You will enjoy it so much. I absolutely love working on bows. I love building arrows. I love doing all that stuff. I'm so glad I started. So glad. Something one day just told me, well, honestly, we don't have a Mathews dealer around here that is very reputable. We don't have very good shop techs around here, so that was one reason why I started doing it. And then second reason is just give me something to do. I'm very mechanically inclined. I love working on stuff. And when I get to work on a bow, which is all the time, I love doing it, dude. Absolutely love doing it. It's like one of my favorite things to do. I like to get this as short as possible. Get my knots nice and tight. Pull it out. So I start small. I started with tying in my own peep sights. I learned how to do the whole back serving thing. And then I started on D-loops. And I did just spiral from there, dude. Now I do everything. I've got everything to do everything, timing, all that stuff. I love doing it. So honestly, if you don't do it, you should try it, man. You really should. There's so many videos out there that'll teach you how to do it. Especially like I mentioned earlier, W's videos, dude. It's, I don't know. It's, some people love mowing their lawn. Some people like, working on cars. I love working on bows. That just gives me such an advantage over everyone else, especially in the competition world, tournament world, that doesn't work on their own equipment. Because I know everything that's going on with my bow. It's set up to me, exactly to me. Such an advantage. So that's perfect. Check my gap real quick. Just a little tiny slop. Perfect. And then from there, I'm gonna check my timing and then get my cord stretched out and set. And then from there, I'm gonna start running it through paper. Bottom's just touching. The bottom is touching. Top is not. So touch, right there, touch. So my bottom cam is fast, so I got to put a twist, half a twist in my bottom cam, and that'll be it for timing, honestly. Half twist in, like so. It should be good. I'm not too picky on timing. I like to get it very close. I don't start wedging stuff in the cables like D-loop material or those little football things they make. I don't do all that. It's got to be close. That's it. What I like to do for my initial setup on my bars is draw it and see where my level is back or left and right, and I'll set all that adjustment first. My left and right adjustment. So draw, relax, open eyes. It's honestly really close. I just got to move it My bubble's left, you always follow your bubble with your stabilizer. So if your bubble's left, you move left. If your bubble's right, you move it right. But that's honestly pretty good right there. I don't like it too much down degree. So I'll just bump it out just a touch and see how that is. Honestly, that's perfect. So I'll go ahead and tighten that up, and then I won't start messing with front and back weight until I start shooting. Alright, so everything is set up, like I said, everything's dialed. And now I got my timing set. And now we're going to, I got my Peep set, now I'm going to start shooting through paper. So we're low right. It's definitely low right. It's bowl hole, or not bowl hole, the hole's identical, or the character paper's identical. So I'm gonna go ahead and, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move my cams left. But I went ahead and shifted my cams to the left. See what that does, see if it cleans it up at all. Just about. So I went in between the center line and the next line over on top and bottom cam. So I'm going to go ahead and move the cam over to the next line over. That should clean up my left and right. Now I just got to figure out my up and down. That was just about perfect. Now as for my knock high, I'm going to make an adjustment on my rest. I'm going to raise my rest just ever so slightly because I usually put my knock, or my my knocking point, my D-loop just a little high just because it holds better that way. I kind of knew that was going to happen. I'm just going to make a small vertical adjustment on my rest. A couple clicks. The only thing I got to do is honestly sight it in, obviously, but I'm not going to do that till tomorrow. It's 6 o'clock at night, which is friggin' pitch black out at 6 o'clock at night around here. I absolutely love winter, by the way. Winter is just a fantastic friggin' season. Hopefully tomorrow I can get out and get it sighted in. If not, I guess I don't know, do it some other day. But all I gotta do is put on this cute little matchy wheel. Bam. Honestly, that's pretty much it, dude. Finally got it paper tuned. I don't like how these little wing nuts keep coming loose from my stabilizers. Go ahead and put my quiver on. And rocking the Beast broadheads. Awesome broadheads. I shot a buck this year that I did not get on film because I'm awesome like that. I wasn't even set up, but that was my only shot I had at this deer, and I wasn't letting him walk again. Same thing as last year. As soon as I got up in the tree, he come walking out. Well, I barely even had my bow in the tree, and he came out. Pretty crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get these arrows in, and that's pretty much it. It's a pretty sweet bow. Shoots good. The draw cycle is fantastic on it. It looks pretty. Hell, man. That's it, dude. The only thing I gotta do is get her sighted. I wanna know the weight. This thing fully rigged out, 15-inch stabilized front bar, 15-inch or 12-inch back bar, Hamsky Epsilon, Mathews UV integrate, quiver full of 4mm arrows, 7 ounces of weight. We're at 8.18 ounces completely set up, but that's without limb legs, obviously. That should, I'm gonna probably have like another quarter pound or so. Well, if you guys made it this far in the video, this is a complete build. The simple way I do it, I mean, it takes me about an hour or so without filming to completely set up a bow, get it tuned, all that stuff. But our weather has been super crappy. It's freezing cold outside, and I'm just not going outside. I work outside in this crap. When I have some time off, I like to be inside where it's warm. So I have not got the sighted in yet. It has been a few days since the build, but we're supposed to have a break in weather sometime this week, and I will get it out and I will get it sighted in, so that way I'll be able to really actually shoot it. I did shoot it a little bit 20 yards just out my back door, and it holds really nice, it shoots really nice. It's a very smooth, solid bow. But yeah, if you guys are still watching the video, I just want to thank you guys for watching, and like I said, I will be putting out more content now. I got a Monday through Friday schedule. I do work 12 throughout the week, but my Fridays is an 8-hour day, and I have the weekends off, so I will be putting out more content. Hopefully the weather breaks so I can get her out, sight in, and start shooting it, and I will film that as well. And that's it, man. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.